Greetings, humanoids of the internet! My name is Bob, and this is episode 136, is that it? 136 of Journey into Space! Now, what this is, this peculiar looking thing, this is a prototype of a single-stage-to-Minmus spacecraft. Because I don't have the Kethane mod, it is a single-stage-to-Minmus and back. So, flies to Minmus, all one stage, lands on Minmus, flies back, and lands, and it as a passenger spacecraft, because it has a pod for 4 passengers. As a passenger rocket, it would be a good idea if it would actually land near the spaceport. So I'm going to try to land this thing on the runway at the spaceport. Now this prototype here is not quite ready for the trip to Minmus, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the landing attributes of it. Before I get much further, let me sort of tell you how this thing works. That might be helpful. There are how many are there? Is it 16 jet engines, and 3 air intakes per engine, and these are the high velocity intakes. Allows it to get to going pretty far up and pretty fast, and then it uses these. That is 9 of the. I think these are 40 units each. 40 kilonewtons maximum thrust each. Nuclear rockets from the Fat Man pack. We'll just kind of zoom in here, and you can see what they look like a little bit better, sort of. Yes. Okay. But our immediate objective is to land this thing as close to the spaceport as possible and land it vertically. So we'll go do another go round and see if we can land this thing. Okay, we're at about the right position, I believe. We're trying to get a reasonably sharp re-entry, so there's less drift in the calculations, as it were. There's less air to cause drag, and so skew my actual landing spot. And these are nuclear engines, so they take a little while to do things. Let's move a little south because I need to scooch the trajectory a little bit south. I know that's an irritating sound. It's irritating for me. That should be good enough. Okay. You may. Okay, so the general idea here is we get reasonably close to the spaceport. We activate our jet engines. Let's go and turn off our nuclear engines. Turn on our jet engines. No. Bad driving. Okay. Alright, we're entering the atmosphere. I will restart the video when something interesting happens. Okay, I could be about to overshoot the spaceport, so I'm using the nuclear engines to try to slow me down a little bit. Yep, there's the spaceport. I'm about to fly right past it. And unfortunately, these nuclear engines do not have much oomph. So I'm going to attempt to use the jet engines to maneuver me into the right spot once I get a little bit lower through the atmosphere and stop burning up in it. Well, it's kind of pretty. Pretty. Yes, pretty fire. Alright, back to flying the spaceship. The spaceship. Oh shit, shit, shit. Retract. Retract, please. Retract panels, please. Retract panels, please. Okay, good. Well, that's not good. Not really designed for aerodynamics too much. Well, shit. gear down. Okay, I guess this is the front. Yes? Yeah, okay. Anywhere reasonably close to the Space Center would be considered a success, but I'd like to land it on the airstrip if I can. Okay, don't tear off, please. Alright, I'm going to call that a win. Let's get it down on the ground, and then we will continue with the more advanced prototype. I hope I'm not going to be landing too fast. I don't think it was that... I don't think it was really landing too fast per se. I mean, everybody survived. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that on instant replay and see exactly what happened there. Clearly, we have to work on the landing a little bit. Okay, for some strange reason, I'm getting the jet engines down, even though I haven't activated the jet engines. But whatever. Before we commit to this thing back to space, I need to determine that it actually is possible to land this thing without breaking it apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb about 10,000 meters, and then we're going to drop down and try to land it. Okay, activating the jet engines. all this about? Gradual takeoff. I did add some weight on this, so it's possible that it could be a little bit heavier now than it was previously. I see some debris near the runway. Yep, it is taking its time. Yep, it is taking its time. Might be a while. Okay, we're at 15,000 meters. Let's go ahead and cut the engines. And we'll drop, hopefully, more or less straight back down. Now, this is still kind of full of fuel. So this is a bit more tougher of a landing test than what it would have to actually endure coming back from Minmus. Going up. Now we're going down. And now in the previous attempt, I'd kind of trusted my parachutes to get me down softly enough. That could have been a mistake because I did land about 13 meters a second. And unfortunately, these jet engines aren't that responsive as far as responding quickly to throttle. So there's that. Go ahead and turn on the... what happened here? Evidently, we have a fuel line malfunction. We are missing some of our engines. Yeah, some of our jet engines are not connected, which I will have to rectify. Yeah, okay. Okay, still in testing. The guys down there are not looking real happy about their options here. No, they're not happy at all. Are you guys? Look, we're safe. The last one landed okay, right? There's nothing to worry about. You got parachutes. Nobody's in here, right? No, good. That's good. Let's go ahead and deploy the parachutes. Deploy the parachutes, please. Yep, there's still little malfunctions. I mean, it's an ambitious ship, you know, you gotta expect some teething troubles. More concerning is the fact that it takes so long to get going, but I don't remember how fast the Acorn 2 ascended, so it could be that it's not that much different. I launched Acorn 2 yesterday or the day before, I forget. Looks like I'm gonna be landing on that ramp there. What the hell? Does my RCS work at all? Evidently my RCS also does not work. This is what it would appear to be. Would appear to be the case. Okay, it works. But that's a little disconcerting. Yeah, RCS works. Try to use it to back away from the ramp here. That's where the RCS is. Okay. Yeah, I should be clear of all that. Now I need to be worried about going slow enough to land. Okay, standing by yield engines. Little disconcerting, that little bounce there, but actually real disconcerting. But damn, that noise. Real disconcerting, but it landed and it landed intact. So damn that noise. God damn it! I need to turn the volume down. Okay, well I need to do some repairs. I need to do some alterations. Okay, in addition to the non-working engines, probably why it took off so slow. I also need to strut up the upper carriage of the rocket, because on both landings the upper part of the rocket was shaking rather alarmingly on touchdown, so or in other spots as well. So I need to go ahead and sort that out. I need to sort out the engine problem. I think the RCS, I tested the RCS. The RCS works, so that part's good. These extra 4 parachutes I put on didn't seem to do really a damn bit of difference. I'm going to go ahead and take them off. So I'm going to have to rely on thrust of some sort anyway. And these parachutes are not inexpensive as far as weight goes. Let me see how much they do weigh. Yeah, they weigh 0.15. So every little bit adds up. So I'm going to go ahead and do some work on this thing to fix it up, and we shall try again. Okay, I want to do just one more landing test before we actually go on to the mission per se. Throttle to maximum, SAS on. 3, 2, 1, jet engine start. Here's all jet engines are good. Go ahead and tilt over a little bit. Okay, we're going to climb to about 15,000 meters and then land. Okay, 15,000 meters. Go ahead and kill it. Coast a little bit. Definitely performing better now that I got all the engines running. Okay, this may take a while. Okay, we're approaching parachute deployment. A little bit laggy, not too bad. Okay, let's go and turn off the nukes. Leave the nukes on. Okay. Standing by with the parachutes. See a shadow. Okay, parachutes. Okay. Get down a little bit lower, and then we'll run the engines. Go ahead and start them up now. Throttle them up a little bit. after engine cutoff. Engine cutoff. Little hoppy there, but yeah, we landed. A little bit of bouncy. That's because of the jet engines. Kind of picked us up a little bit, I think. Okay, well, we have a successful landing, test landing. Let's go see how much time we have left to the video, and I'll decide whether I want to go and get this launched. Okay, we're at 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call it quits there. Next time we shall launch the ship and try to get it to Minmus. See how well that works. I imagine it will be easier to land this with less fuel in the tanks. I mean, it's almost had full fuel. So we shall try to head off to Minmus next time. Let me show you some of the other stuff I'm working on. Let's see. This is another jet-powered rocket. This one is, let's take the shell off so I can show you. It's sort of a Shenzhou / Soyuz-ish vessel on top of a liquid-fueled rocket on top of a bunch of jet engines, and the fuel for the jet engines is actually in these things, which now have fuel. Let me show you these. Show it to you right quick. Yeah, these things now have fuel in them. The fuel for the jet engines comes from there. Then it separates, and the rocket takes the rest of the way. I've taken it as far as lunar orbit. It's not really designed to go much further than that. However, I have another design. The further evolution of that. Which is another single-stage-to-orbit thing like the Acorn we were just playing with. It doesn't separate. The idea is that this goes straight up and goes straight actually to the moon. And this is the little Gemini lander from the FASA mod parts. And I tested that in the previous episode, and it looks like it could actually get down to the surface. So I'm gonna test that out at some point. I may not record it, but anyway, some of the little things that I am working on. Let's see any other little things I am working on. Different previous iterations of the Acorn spacecraft. All the FASA ships. Jumper, that was the little parachute thing from a previous episode. The Nut Butter space station, I think you saw that briefly. That's about all so far in 0.24 in the sandbox. Anyway, that's all for right now, and until next time, hasta la vista. Adios.